the Sirens of Titan as we play podcasts. So, good morning. I was looking up, yesterday I was looking up humorists like Mark Twain. I was talking about as I fancied myself, maybe I could be an amateur level version of that simply because I saw a Mark Twain statue as we drove through Hannibal, Missouri the other day on our way to Grinnell, Iowa. It was Nowheresville, going to Nowheresville, and then we came back here to Nowheresville again. So, anyway, Kurt Vonnegut was on that list, and he wrote satire, right? We were talking about types of satire, which I have been attempting with. Remember, satire has to have a target, and my target in my little satires was, of course, digital planetariums. Analog was the way to go. But there's a new take on, to finish The Sirens of Titan, if you've ever read that novel, if you haven't, you should. Vonnegut, of course, has written a number of famous ones, Cat's Cradle, but in Sirens of Titan, everything is pointless because the entire race of man, humanity's sole purpose was perverted to help a little alien whose spaceship just happened to maroon him on Saturn's moon Titan. And the great works of humanity were simply messages to him. Be patient, help's on its way. And finally, humanity produces the part he needs and manages to get it up to him on Siren, where he resumes his journey. And when he finally gets there, they find out that his sole purpose in going from one end of the galaxy to the other was to bring a one-word message to the other side of the galaxy, and it said, greetings. So everything was pointless. So my new thing now has been, you've got to have a point to what you're doing. If there's no point, if there's no end you're searching for, then you're simply, and it's so easy to do. You're simply collecting junk, like local management pointed out to me the other day. You're simply, sitting there with a collection of something. And, we all do it. I've got a collection outside. My wife has collections of stuff inside. And it's pointless because you're either going to, you give it to your kids at the end, or they're going to get stuck with a house full of it like we did with my wife's parents. But so have a point to what you're doing. So I've kind of I got kind of nihilistic yesterday about the books, and I'll just do one with a couple covers. So I got in and I severed the ties to Amazon. So I will own my own material, and I will go out to other publishing platforms perhaps. And I may even put out a little thing for Halloween now. I kind of revived myself because that was the point of all this. The point of all this for me was to bring it not to just a pond full of catfish, full of old, planetarium people, but to other people in hopes of influencing even one to do something along the lines of a home planetarium or something like that. So maybe the books are my point, that my end product. I've decided, there's always somebody I can't sell stuff, that's just not going to work. So maybe the books are my point, but this is all to introduce. There's a new thing coming out. Well, I'll leave that for the next episode. But try to have a point to where you're going. Otherwise, you're just going around in a circle, or you're not going anywhere at all. Bye.